Okay, Franklin, I think it's time we stepped up our level of greed and went for the big score. I'm talking that scary big money dive. And this is the big one, the Pacific Bluffs Briefcase dive. The target is a long way up the west coast. It's a wrecked submarine, and it's down really, really deep. And it's also dangerous. There are sharks in the area, and if they show up, you are dead. But here's the upside to the risk. The dive is worth $25,000, which we will immediately turn into $100,000. Yeah, I know. We need a boat, dive gear, and a treasure map. No problem. All that stuff is waiting for us down at the docks. So, step one in this gig is to figure out where our dock is and how to get there. Let's check out a map. Okay, pay attention now. Here's where we're at. By this green arrow thing. Where we got to get to is over here past the pier, way up out here. Now, that's where that sunken submarine is. Okay, to get there we need a boat, obviously, and dive gear and a map and all that stuff, and we get that down here. So first job we got to do is get directions to get to this place. So click on this, and GTA 5's come up with the usual bizarro directions to get us there, but that's where we're going. Franklin, let's do this thing. Jump on your bike and let's roll. Okay, just follow that purple line on the mini-map and we'll follow along behind. We have a ways to go, and this ride to the dock is a bit boring, so I think we'll jump ahead a little. Well, that saved us a few minutes. Almost there. Okay, watch it. You come up to this thing, you don't even really spot it until you're past it. Here we go. Turn in here. Screw the gate guard. And head for that gold arch there, and then just to the right of it in the corner by the footbridge. Park it there, man. We're here. Ready? Let's cross that footbridge and find our boat. Yep, there's our ride, man. Looks in good shape. Let's get on board. But first we gotta get wet. Step, get the maps out and let's figure out where we're going. Hey, check this out. Now here's our treasure map. Actually, it's just a copy of one of the dives from the Hidden Packages Locations file. This one is called the Pacific Bluffs Briefcase dive. Now I'll leave you a link below in case you want to check this out on your own and maybe take on some of the dives by yourself. To give you some orientation, here's Franklin's house, right about here. We jumped on or followed his bike down here to where these docks are. You can barely see it. What we got to do is go around the airport peninsula here, past the pier with this Ferris wheel, and up to this blue dot. Okay, the hassle is there isn't any obvious things we can take bearings from. There's no islands or anything like that. So, but we're going to do the best we can. Now, this east-west line here, the only thing we can see that it runs into is this corner right here. On a north-south line bearing, what we're going to do is take a bearing at the bottom of this bump here on this road, and that'll put us on the blue dot here. Now we have to memorize these two things, points, so we can transfer to the big map. One more time, north-south line starting from the bump up here. East-west line starting from the corner here. Now, let's pull up our map and put the location on it. Here's our map, the one we're going to use to find the treasure. So, you can see us down here, right here. Okay, what we've got to do is duplicate that blue dot, which is up here somewhere. So, remember the instructions. In fact, we'll use these crosshairs to do it. East-west line lines up with the corner there. You can see it right there. North-south line, we want to get it to line up right at the bottom of this bump. So let's move over just a hair. And that looks pretty good. So put the cursor in the middle there, hit the double click, and there we go. Ignore all this stuff. This is for a car. We're coming in by boat, and there's no highway, so we got to make our own marks. So anyway, that's where we're headed. Let's go to work. Well, it's finally time to open the throttles and go pick up our $100,000. Now, the first thing we have to do is start heading toward the right and get ourselves around the peninsula at the south end of the airport. And once we do that, it's a straight shot north to all that cash. The water looks a bit rough this morning, so we're in for a bumpy ride. I timed this thing out a while ago. It's going to take 4 minutes at full throttle to get where we're going. So I think what we're going to do is jump ahead a few minutes. And you can see the airport off in the distance. And there's the beach. And in the distance there's the city. And coming up in front is the pier. So we're almost there. Look out for the buoy. We're really getting close now. Keep your eyes on that mini-map. If there's any sharks nearby, they will show up as a red dot. Notice that the purple destination bug on the mini-map is moving closer and closer to you, so keep adjusting your course to head right toward it. And speak of the devil, check out the mini-map. See that red dot? There's a shark tracking us. All right, let's swing around and see if we can take care of him before he becomes a problem. Damn guy, he's tracking us. He's coming around behind us again. All right, let's shoot off the back. There he is. Big mother. Get him. Okay, the red light went out. We got him. Let's get back to work. Think about cutting your speed. Now keep steering toward it. As soon as the purple light goes out, you will have arrived on the spot. Okay, chop your power. There's a lot of drift in the area, so go over the side right away. Note that you now have your air tanks on and are ready to dive. All that cash is somewhere below you. Hit the space bar and let's see where we ended up. Damn, right on target. It doesn't look like a submarine, but this is it. Now look for the round open hatch, and right next to it is a small square blinking thing. That's our briefcase with $25,000 in it. Now head toward it and you'll automatically pick it up when you get close to it. And when you'll do that, you'll hear a metallic click, and in the upper right hand corner of the screen you'll see $25,000 light up in green. Congrats, you're gonna be rich. To get back to the surface, hit the letter S and hold the shift key down and you'll shoot right to the top. Hey, you made it. Well, now it's decision time. You can swim to the boat and then head home with $25,000 in your pocket, and you can even come back tomorrow after you restart the game and do it all over again and pick up another $25K. Or you can go back down to the sub right now and pick up another briefcase full of cash. All it takes is a few keystrokes to respawn the money, but it's not a big deal. I'll walk you through the whole process. Hey, why not? You came all this way and it would be a shame to leave now. Plus, I promised you $100,000 for this time, so just hang out for another 5 minutes and I'll show you how it's done. Well, if you're interested in hanging back and picking up another pile of money, here's what you got to do. Get your cell phone out. It's conveniently waterproof. Click on Quick Save, okay, and save it at the top of the pile. Now, next step is hit the escape key and go to Game on the top of the toolbar, and then on the menu that just popped up, hit Load Game, and what you do is reload what you just filed. And that's it. Now you have to wait 25-30 seconds for all this to recycle and reboot itself. While we're waiting, let me clue you in on one more thing. We are ready for the next dive, except that the submarine is no longer underneath us. And in this case, that actually works for us. Now, to make any respawn work, you have to get to the surface and then swim about a dozen strokes to clear the area, which is what we did when we swam toward the boat. Now all we have to do is swim the dozen strokes back. So the big question is, which direction is back? Simple, just use the compass on the mini-map. When we swam to the boat, it was in a northerly direction, so we'll just swim the dozen strokes back in a southerly direction. Oh, good shot. There's a briefcase blinking there. Oh, look down there, underneath the pilings. There's flashing light there, and there's another along the side. Maybe there's some extra treasure in this thing, so we'll come back, I think, maybe on the 4th dive and have a look here. Okay, you now have $50,000 in your pocket. Good job. Okay, let's do it again, but I think this time we're going to speed it up. You know, you can make a ton of money doing this kind of stuff, but the hassle is it's boring. Last dive. There's another 25,000. Tell you what, though, there's something blinking down below. Let's check that out before we go home. Oh, it's just a health pack. There's something else down there, too. See, right there underneath my knee. Ah, it's an assault rifle. Okay, that'll save us a few bucks. Back to the service and let's get out of here. We are done. So, which way do we go? Boat's gone. Now you see that building over there right behind me? Checkerboards and all that. That's a resort area. We can get a cab there, or there's plenty of cars and a big parking lot. So let's go. Hey, I'm coming up on the resort. We're almost done. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention on the shark deal. If you run into one underwater, all I can tell you is my experience. I pulled my knife out, stabbed it, it ate my arm with the knife, and then came back and ate me. So I've never known other guys that have gotten by it okay underwater, but I've never been able to do it. But best of luck. So the parking lot for a car is on the opposite corner of the building, and you can do a cab thing too. Why not do a cab? You don't have to drive it. Plus you got $100,000 in your pocket. You can afford it. Franklin, forgot to mention, if you ever do a hidden packages dive and the briefcase is missing, just do a respawn like we did here. That's usually enough to fix it. And so, Franklin, it looks like we're done. We lucked out and found the wreck with no problem, and no sharks showed up to invite us to lunch. And now you're $100,000 richer, man. All you have to do now is decide if you want to go around the building and boost a car from the parking lot and drive it back, or phone for a cab and let somebody else drive you back. There's one other option. You could kick back for a while over there at the resort and rest up. Yeah, here on warm days, some girls don't even bother with bathing suits. Oh, damn, Franklin, just noticed you lost your hat. Sorry about that. Hi guys, Buster here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show and got some value out of it, please click on the thumbs up button and leave us a like. It really does help. So what's next in the pipe? Coming attractions are soon to be seen on a monitor near you. Here's the next two. First, got some requests for help on some of the missions, stuff to look out for that will boost your mission speed and chance of success. And second, another thing that we might do is something I guess I could call tricks of the trade. This will be stuff for both online and story mode players, things that no one realizes is right in front of them and can provide a guaranteed advantage. Anyway, if you want to be first in line on the new money deals and the other weirdness we can get up to, just mash that big red subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. See you in a few more days, and peace out.